What's up, everybody? Back here on Pacific Inlet today. Someone suggested I try a different skidder, so thought I'd play around with this. I don't know. I don't remember where I got it from or who made it, but it's a John Deere 648G cable skidder, which may come in handy on some of those slopes and hills and stuff we got up there where we're working. But anyway, I got the FDR grapple Cat 535 back there too, so I don't know, just trying out some different stuff. I had loaded in the North Modding Company John Deere 948, and for some reason it didn't show up in my mod list, so I don't know what happened to it. But then there's that other one, that's the John Deere with the looks like a Tiger Cat 635, got the bogey tires on the back. I downloaded that one too, but for some reason it didn't show up, so I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, we're gonna get a little work done here today on Pacific Inlet and see what we can do. It's like the chip truck's over there on the ramp, so we can get it going in here in a little bit. But let's see what we can do today. Well, for those of you that watched the Infected video, let's see, what was it, on Monday? Hope you enjoyed that. Just kind of getting started really into doing those survival type games. It's always interested me. I watched quite a few on YouTube. There's a channel called Fooster, Fooster, that he's really good at those sort of things, and I enjoy watching his channel. And he started playing this game called The Infected, and it looked pretty cool, so I thought I'd try it out. And when I went to look it up on Steam, it was only like $13, and I think it was $13.99. So, you know, not bad at all. It's still an early access game, so they're still working on it and developing it, evolving it, all that sort of stuff. But it's pretty cool. So if you haven't checked that out yet, just go give it a watch. You know, I mean, my intent with this channel was not to do just Farming Simulator, okay? So I'm going to be playing some other games. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, go check it out. And there'll be another video for The Infected, hopefully coming on Friday if I can get it recorded. I'm actually headed out of town Friday this weekend, so won't be able to probably won't be able to do my normal recordings, and there probably won't be another one on Monday either, unless I get ambitious and record like 2 or 3 episodes ahead, you know, two or three videos ahead, which I'm usually not very good at. I got so much stuff to do around the house now that the daylight savings has occurred, and I've got a little bit more sunlight, daylight, you know, in the afternoon. I can get out there after work and do some stuff, so we got a lot of stuff going on around here. Last weekend, my dad and I got out in the backyard and dug up a sewer line that's been causing me some problems. It was, I don't know if you're familiar with those old clay pipes, but this house was built in the 60s, and back then they didn't have PVC pipe, they used clay pipe, big old thick clay pipe. And the problem with that is no matter how much you seal it around those joints, roots and stuff are going to get in there and clog things up occasionally. I had to get the plumbers out, I guess it's about a year ago now, and maybe a little longer than that even, and run a cutter down through there and clear all the roots out. There's a big oak tree, or well, not big, but it's a pretty good sized oak tree not far from that corner of the house, and it just clogged it up. But we got that taken care of now. Shouldn't have any problems with it. So I had to dig all that up, cut through all the roots, replace the pipe, and then fill it all back in. So it just took a while. But on top of all that, my wife has volunteered our house for Easter. I'm going to be cooking up some burgers and having some family over and stuff, so we got to get the place cleaned up where we're going to host everybody, and got a lot of stuff to move out to my shop and some stuff to take to the dump, and I mean just all sorts of things. So Unfortunately, life's not all about video games. Be nice if I could just not have to work and sit around and play video games all day, but that's just not how things work. Wow, my sensitivity seems jacked up for some reason. I don't recall changing that. Maybe I just hadn't played in a while. Alright. Wow, this guy takes forever to spin around. I keep hitting the wrong button too. I've been playing this other game, well, the Infected, and to run you press another key. So I get all messed up whenever I switch video games. Alright, let's test out this new skidder over here that we brought up just a minute ago. Let's see how it does on some of these bigger trees. I can remember this. I've used two different versions of this. Like I said, I can't remember which one this is. But I've got one from Mountain State Modding that's got the red tracks. You may have seen it on Forgotten Forest. But this one, I wasn't quite sure if I'd used this one before, but actually I have. I can't remember what map it was, but because I remember these silver tracks. So we'll see how it does. Let's see, get the winch turned on here. There we go. Huh, it doesn't make the little sound whenever you hook up the winch. That's interesting. I don't remember that. Oh, no wonder I couldn't hear it. I got the dozer over there. Ah. Huh. Well, I don't remember that happening with the Mountain State Modding ones. That's interesting. Okay, so I guess we can't use that winch skidder there. Oh, come on. Gotta start the engine just to turn off the winch. And why can't I unhook it? Okay, well I guess we can't use that one. We'd have to either get rid of the dozer or get rid of that, and I think I'd rather keep the dozer. I'm hitting the right button, I do believe. Yeah, it says... Oh, there it goes. Not sure why it wasn't working before. Oh, that's right, I forgot FDR changed that. So usually it's shift and then Z will make it go fast, but he changed it to the other way around. So now we're going to have this little slow skidder to winch up our logs, which should not be very fun. Actually, I need to see if I've got a yarder. That'd probably be better in this situation right here, because that's a pretty long way down there. I actually kind of like the delay in the cutting now. I thought it was pretty nice at first, but then I suddenly realized that a lot of times before there was that slight delay before you could make the next cut, what would happen was you drop the log and the log would kind of bounce up into the air, and then by that time you'd be making your second cut and you'd be pushing the first cut you made out the other side of the log pile. So I actually kind of like that change. That's nice. Whoa. I gotta remember to be careful with these big trees, they're heavy. I did the magic to make them the lighter trees like FDR is using on his maps now, since a lot of people do use his equipment. And in fact, I'm using his equipment right now to process the logs, but I guess these bigger trees, because they're, I think, 1.7 times bigger than normal, they're still pretty heavy. You can see the machine kind of rocks around whenever you pick these monsters up. Well, and at this time I like to make my usual advertisement for Lumberjack Simulator. If you haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. I believe on one of my videos that I did for Lumberjack Simulator, you can find a link to their Discord. The developer is quite active in there and always open to suggestions. Jeez, that thing is so loud. Yeah, so Lumberjack Simulator is it's a game still in development. It's early access right now. I believe the price is fairly low. I think it's less than $15. However, the game is very playable at this moment. He's got quite a few machines in there. The mods just got unlocked for. I think there's a couple of log trucks. There's a monster truck and some trailers and stuff like that. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it already. And if you play on the not the career mode, I don't think he's got a sell point yet for just anybody to sell it, you know, the logs and stuff. I don't think it does, but he may have changed that. But if you play on the easy mode, or I think it's the easy mode, there's a log sell point there at the, I don't know, across from that gas station or whatever, I think, and you can sell logs and stuff. I mean, it's pretty fun. I mean, if you watch my second video, the first one I did with no voice, that was, I was just recording some stuff and just thought I'd put it on YouTube. But the second one I made with it's got the big track fella buncher on the picture. If you watch that, you'll see. So it's quite playable. Let's go ahead and get loaded up here. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'll have to shove those logs down a little bit, I think. Yeah, I should have loaded the front first. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I made a mess. I keep forgetting that with this trailer, I think this is the pits trailer. Is that correct? Yeah, I don't think that's the FDR trailer. I believe that's the pits trailer. I can't do 8s. I have to do 6s. I keep forgetting that. Jeez, it just doesn't want to sit. I keep grabbing something. Alright. Let's just start over. This is a mess. I think it's these little small pieces for some reason doesn't want to sit right on the trailer. Maybe I'll put the bigger ones on the bottom first and try it that way. Alright, come on, get out of there. Maybe swing them around too. I think the heavy ends were on the other side. It was causing it to not sit right, maybe. You see, the heavy ends are toward the front on this one. They are sitting okay. If that's such a thing, I don't know if the game recognizes that one end's heavier than the other or not. I'm not really sure. It seemed like it would. Alright, I guess that'll work. I dare not try too hard to make it fit good. Oh yeah, that's plenty. Now let's see if we can fix this up just a little bit before we start throwing logs, more logs on there. There we go. Yeah, I've had a lot of people comment over the years about, you know, sometimes I'm pretty smooth with loading and unloading and stuff, and I tell you, there is no telling how many, literally thousands of hours that I've got on this game. Just, you know, like they say, practice makes perfect. I've got no telling how many thousands of hours, and also dual joysticks helps like 1,000 times. So, but still, occasionally I have my bad days. Just sometimes you just can't get it right, get it loaded right. And let's see, I'm gonna put one more little like medium-sized one on there. I think I'm just gonna grab that one on the end right there. But yeah, it's just nothing but practice, and I mean, it's second nature now. You know, those guys that do it for real, I mean, it's probably nothing to them either. Like when they were first starting off, it's probably a pretty good learning curve, but once you get it down, it's pretty easy. Yep, I'm gonna have to, in fact, I better do this right now. I'm gonna switch this. Let's see, is it gonna appear? Yeah, why does it always not show up? Alright, there we go. Need to change that to 6. There we go. Do that before I forget. Alright, let's deliver this. But you know, I guess for right now, as far as like any kind of forestry simulator, logging simulator, or whatever, I think farming simulator's still got everything beat. I mean, where else do you have all these machines and trucks and trailers and you know, I mean, sell points and all that stuff, and so many maps to play on. I mean, there's nothing right now. However, I do think that Lumberjack Simulator is headed in a very good direction. I saw some updates today from the developer. He's working on some new measuring stuff. He's asking about weights. So, I mean, all that stuff's gonna, I mean, look, we've got at least 2 or 3 that I know of real life loggers. Well, one for sure. I'm not really sure about some of the others, but they seem to know their stuff. I mean, I've got a degree in forestry, so I mean, I guess you could count me too as a little. I mean, I don't have much real life experience, you know, as far as like the equipment and actually delivering trees and logs and wood chips and all that stuff, but I mean, I know a little. But anyway, he's taken the commentary and the suggestions from these people and putting them in the game. So I mean, how much more realistic can we get? In fact, unless you were to, I don't know, just have a whole development team spending weeks and months and maybe years developing a game, there's not going to be much anything better than Lumberjack Simulator once it's had a few tweaks. And if you go watch my, I believe it's the closer look video, if you go watch that, towards the end you can see what's possible with some of the maps, how the game's going to look with some of those maps. Absolutely incredible. And I've been working, not here lately, but I've been working pretty hard on a map. It's a pretty nice one. It's gonna have a big river through the middle of it, a little bit like Bear Rock, and it's gonna have sort of a flatland area with some swampy areas, and then it's gonna have the other half of the map's gonna be more, not really mountainous, but pretty good sized hills and stuff, with a creek, big creek flowing down through there. I mean, it's gonna be really cool. We just got a few things to get worked out. Number one is the trees. I'm not a big fan of those trees that are in the game currently, but that'll get fixed. Either somebody can make new ones, or he can take some that's already out there, which I think he's already trying to do. That's, and adapt them so they're cuttable in the game. They look a lot better too. But it's getting there. It's getting there. There's a guy working on basically a Cat 535 skidder. It's gonna be red and black, kind of a Black Widow kind of looking thing to it. It's nice. But yeah, go check out those videos. There should be a link to the Discord, I think, in one of those videos. And if you go into the Discord for Lumberjack Simulator, you can see all the progress that the game's doing, what's coming up, some of the screenshots from some of the modders that are making stuff for the game, and things like that, where you can actually see what's going on. Let's see, I'm gonna actually use the Tiger Cat for these couple of trees. I hate using that dozer because it's so slow. And I find it funny sometimes too, the little tracks thing down there next to the speedometer. I find that funny. Sometimes you hop in a wheeled vehicle or whatever and it'll show up, but that's okay. I'd rather have it for the track machines than not have it. But I love this Tiger Cat machine. The 635 is like pretty awesome. It's got some sort of a script that really locks those trees in there so they don't fall out. You can see they're pretty loose in there, but they don't fall out unless you've got either too many in there or you do something pretty drastic. Alright, before we end this video, what I want to do, let's see, we've got a couple of big trees here. Let's try this new 6-meter length, and I want to see if those fit on the trailer better. I think they're going to. Why is that not working? That works. My grapples aren't closing. Huh. And my cut button's not working. What is going on here? Oh, there it goes. My grapple's still not working though. All I did was change the cut length. Maybe I messed with something when I was trying to... Wait, hold on here. Let's see. Alright, so the mouse works. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I don't know what was going on with the grapple. Well, we're going to have more to load, but I think it's going to fit on the trailer a lot better. So let's see how this works. You see how it takes a second for the log to settle once you cut it? That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you are like this and you go to make that second cut, you'll catch that log and push it all across the pile. But now that there's a little delay and before you can make the next cut, it's actually working out better. Okay. Let's see how this is going to work. I think it's going to be much better. Let's see, let's load back here. That looks a lot better already. And then if I put... Oh wait, that's the 8s. Make the 6s. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Okay, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it on 6. Because with the FDR trailer, I can fit full 8s on both bunks, but with this Pitts trailer, which I like to use, I can only do 6s. Because the trailer is just a little bit shorter than FDR's trailer. Actually, let me see if I can mash that down in there. Yeah, it's trying to get there. I think that was an 8, but that's okay. We got plenty of room in there now. So we got that extra gap in there, so if we needed to load up some 8s or something on the back, we could do that. But 8s here and 8s there is not going to work. I could do 6s in the front and 8s in the back, or vice versa or something, but yeah, the 8s and 8s just don't work. Okay. You know what I actually ought to do? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and throw the rest of these 8s on there if we can. Then we'll go ahead and get rid of them, and then we'll have nothing but 6s going forward, and it should work out a lot better. Whoa, that's heavy. About to tip my machine over. Alright, that all should fit on there, and if not, we'll just make it fit. Also, I want to remind you about my merchandise store. I do have t-shirts, coffee mugs, hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, lots of stuff in there. I've been trying to work on some new designs. In fact, if you go in there, you'll see the log truck with the USA background. That one's new. And then there's a skidder pulling some logs with some trees in the background. That one's new. So I've been trying to work on some new stuff. I realize the designs probably aren't that great, but you know, it's just another way of helping me out with content and stuff, and especially when I start working on this Lumberjack Simulator stuff, because I'm having to spend money to buy assets to make the maps and stuff. So it's a good way to, I mean, if you just enjoy my content, you know, buy a t-shirt or a sticker. I'm gonna eventually, I think, have some hats in there. I just haven't taken the time yet to mess with the embroidery file or whatever you got to do. I think you got to pay $10 to have them convert the file. So I was trying to do it myself, but I'm just going to pay the $10, I think. But anyway, go check that out. It's if you go to NLAgaming.com /merch, I believe is how you get there. Just go to NLAgaming.com and you'll see the merch link at the top. And that way you can see all the designs and stuff. And I've tried to make the prices low enough to where I'm still making a little bit of something for my efforts, but not so much where it's, you know, breaking your bank. But I do need to go back through there because I can cut the prices probably just a little bit more. And occasionally I do run sales, you know, so usually around the holidays and stuff I'll make like a 20% off sale or something. You just put a discount code in there at checkout and get the discount. I'll do that again here pretty soon. Maybe I'll do an Easter sale or something. But anyway, I can attest the coffee mugs. You probably saw the picture on YouTube or Facebook. I think I put it up there. The coffee mugs turn out great. The Kenworth log truck with the USA background. I bought 2 of those. I've got one for my personal use, and it is nice. It's not the biggest coffee mug, but it's probably, I don't know, 8 ounces, 10 ounces. I can't remember how big it is, but it's nice, really nice. Turned out good. And then the T-shirt, I bought a T-shirt with the Kenworth truck and the USA logo thing on there, and it turned out really nice as well. In fact, I've worn it a couple times now, and I've had to wash it, and it's holding up well. It's really soft and nice quality T-shirt. So go check that out. And then, as always, I've got my Patreon page. If you want to help support me and my efforts in that way, you can become a Patreon subscriber. Then there's also the YouTube subscriptions. I believe, I'm not really sure where that is or how to find it, but you can subscribe through YouTube if you don't want to do Patreon. But I really don't know if I've set that up yet. There's so much to running a channel like this, just to keep up with everything is a little tough sometimes. But I do my best. And I'm not, you know, I'm old school, so you'll probably just find me for the indefinite future on YouTube and Facebook. All this TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. Twitter, I hate Twitter. So in fact, I deleted my normal account. I still got my NLA Gaming. I think that it just posts when the new videos drop, but my normal Twitter account, I deleted it. I never used it and just don't really care for Twitter, so I just like, what the point of having it, so I just deleted it. Alright, I think that'll work, and I tell you what, I'm going to end it right there today. We don't really have any more trees cut down to skid up, and I'm about out of time anyway, so when we come back next time, I'm going to hop in the fellow buncher. We'll cut down a bunch of trees, get them skidded up, and make a few more loads, and then I'm probably going to see about a yard or two, because well, I don't know, I guess maybe just use the winch on the dozer. I don't really see a need right now for a yarder, although there are some. I mean, here's a good site right here. I mean, this would work. I mean, that's a long way down there, so a yarder would work. So I don't know, I'll give that some thought before next video. I may do a yarder, and I may not. I don't know, I may just keep the winch dozer for right now. I know there's some other spots on the map. Let me just take a look around here real quick and see. We could probably use it there too. And then over here, that's a pretty good ways down there. Yeah, and I may see about finding a yarder. I don't know if I've got one. I think I had one at one point, and I'm not really sure. Cause see, look, all that down there. We could haul all those up, and Mike could set up at the end of this little. I don't know. That's maybe not a best spot, but I mean maybe down that way could be, but I'd hate for the machine to tip over and we lose it down the hill. But anyway, yeah, I'll see about a yarder for next time. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay here on Pacific Inlet. I'm just gonna go ahead and drive this back down to the shop, because I don't think we're going to use this. But anyway, thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.